Episode 2. And yes, I'm here. I'm actually doing a second one. And I know I'm crazy, but it's okay. We're going to get through this, and it's going to be fantastic. I got in my truck this morning, 3-hour drive to get to work. And it's about 5:30, I think. Sun was just coming up. I'm in my truck. I have those Monday morning blues, kind of like, I can't, who wants to go to work? And so I'm about a half hour down the road. I'm always listening to books on tape, YouTube videos, or whatever. Something's always going about either learning something, improving my life, something to facilitate change or be better or to learn a new skill. Anyway, after about a half hour of that, I kind of start getting in a rhythm a little bit. And I start getting a little bit excited. Hey, maybe this will work, right? So I get to work, and I work a 12-hour day today, and I get back to my hotel room. I check in. I get here, and the first thing I want to do is lay down on that bed back there and take a nap. It's like just a little nap. I'll be okay. But comes a point in your life where you can't keep doing things like you've always done them, or you'll never get you'll never make it. And I know I'm good at that. I am really good at pushing things off and not getting stuff done. I started a blog. Here we go again. I started a blog about 5 years ago, 21 Days to Change, and I wrote 2 blogs. Now, you have to understand, I hate writing is not my strong suit. So a little bit understandable there. This works a little better. Not to say that this is comfortable. This is really kind of, I'm going to have to work through this, but you know what? We're going to do it. This is day 2. And, so far, nobody's laughed at me, but only 3 people have watched my videos. I think I've got 10 posts, but 6 of them are mine. Anyway, but I started writing this blog, 21 Days of Change. I read a book back in 1970, maybe 1974. My dad gave it to me. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. One of the things he talks about in the book, and by the way, there's a link to that down below. I think I can figure out how to put a link to that down there. We'll see. That's what I'll do. That's one of my goals today, is to learn how to do that. But it talks about 21 days. If you do something for 21 days, you'll break your habit. And I kind of did my goal in the blog was to do 21 days of change and kind of to document it and do the same thing, just like I'm doing here. So when I first started this video, my first thought and my intention is to do this 21 days and to continue to do that in 21 day cycles. My first one is just to commit to the video for 21 days and kind of lay some groundwork and just get in the habit of getting on here and getting comfortable with talking to you and talking to all the people and throwing myself out there to the world. But in the process of 21 Days of Change, I read an article that was written there's a guy that wrote a book. His name, I don't remember his name. I'll put the link down there too for the article that I read. I think it was in Success Magazine. And he said he didn't believe in the 21 days to change a habit. He didn't believe that was a factual thing. And I'm not here to debate that one way or another, but he did say that we go through different stages. And the thing I remember is kind of the stage where you don't want to do it. You get to the point, you just like, I don't want to do it. And you've got to power through it. And his comment was that if you just power through it 2 or 3 times when you don't want to do it, now it gets easier. It starts to get easier. So here I am. I didn't want to do this tonight. It's only episode 2, but here I am. So that being said, let's talk about some of the things that I've done before I started this video. I think I talked to you about the fact that I was working my ass off, and I said that if I had worked that hard for me, instead of somebody else, where would I be? In that process, I started doing some research, looking for stuff, and I came across Amazon FBA. Some of you may know what that is. Some of you may not. But basically, it's selling products on Amazon. I kind of looked into it. I think it's been about a 3-month process. I pushed it off. I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend that money sending a big chunk of money to China for a product. You don't know what's it going to look like. How's all this work? Well, I did it. I sent down a pretty large check to China for my first product. It's still not here yet. I'm waiting. It's being produced. And I'm going to sell stuff on Amazon. And we'll see where it goes. And I almost backed out of that. And I just had to really struggle not to back out of that and not to quit. And so I think the take home today is that don't quit. Don't quit. I mean, I think one thing I do have to pat myself on the back for is that I've always had this dream that I can do something bigger than what I'm doing. And this is kind of it. This may be a prelude to that. I don't know. But I do know that if I keep procrastinating, pushing things off, it'll just never happen. And so I made the leap. I sent stuff off for Amazon. And now I'm on a blog. I'm going to give you 21 days of this, and hopefully they get better. And we'll just, I'm pretty excited. I really am. I always have a lot of thoughts. I'm always thinking a lot about things that I can do, and I am learning a lot. I'm watching a lot of videos and learning new things. And I think one of my thoughts tonight is that, and I'll share more of this tomorrow, is to start sharing with you my to-do list. Maybe not specifics, but the top 5 things I need to do every day to grow my business, to grow me, to change, to be a better person, to be me. And so to kind of hold myself accountable, to let you know that where are those at? I was over at the restaurant tonight and having dinner just after I got back. I went over there and ate, and I'm sitting there at the bar, and I'm watching a baseball game on TV. And I'm not a baseball fan. Not a big deal. I know I've seen a lot of people have talked about baseball lately. I don't know. And again, I have no idea what's going on. But I do know that, we got a choice in life. You can either be a player or you can be a fan. You can watch from the side and watch others do it and wonder how they have all the success, or you can be one of those guys that gets out on the field and swings a bat. You may not hit the ball, you may not hit a home run, you may strike out, but at least you got out there and did it. And I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to get out there, go swing the bat, and let's do this together. I'm playing around with Instagram and Snapchat, and learning some of those technologies that I know nothing about. I mean, I'm on Facebook, but it's even then. So I will, as I learn more about those, again, I will post stuff down below here, down there, and we can connect on some of those other medias and social platforms. I would love to connect with you and hear your story. Maybe answer questions. You could ask me questions, whatever. This whole thing is to be, my whole plan is to be not just me here telling my story, but to help you take that first step and send your check to China, or put your first video out, or whatever it takes for you to start bringing change about in your life. So until tomorrow, be blessed.